Hello guys, today let's talk about the Lab 2. In Lab 2, there are two tasks, so let's do the first one. In this task, you'll need to let the user choose the gender, enter his or her last name, and when the user clicks the greet button, it shows the greeting words, such as Mr. something or Mrs. something. Okay, let's try to run this code. First of all, I did nothing, but just only click the button greet. So because I didn't choose the radio button, the system led us to pick a gender. Now I pick a gender, but I didn't type the last name. So I get the reminder that I need to enter last name. So finally, I enter last name, and I pick the gender is male. So the greeting word shows, "Dear Mr. Bai." If I click the female, then the greeting word should be, "Dear Mrs. Bai." Okay, so the point of this task is how to use the if logic to build this structure. To help to understand the if logic, so I use a different color to introduce the different layer of the if. So first of all, check if any radio button has been selected or not. So it should be in the first layer of the if, which is a red color. And then you need to check if the user types the username or not. So that will be in the second layer. And finally, you need to check which gender the user selects. So for example, if the user reading button 1 has been chosen, then show the Mr. username. Otherwise, show the Dear Mrs. their username, because I know the user must select one gender. So if the user didn't select the male gender, he or she must select the female gender. So I can use else directly. So for the first layer, if the reading button has not been selected, so I can use a message box to remind the user, choose the gender. And in the second layer, if the user did type his or her username, I can also use a message box to remind the user to enter his or her username. So that's all for the different layer of the if. So this is one example of the if structure. So you can use any type of the if structure you would like. And here's the tips. So you can use if radio button 1, their check is equal to true, to double check if the radio button 1 has been selected or not. And also you can use MSG bracket with your sentence, remind sentence, to notify the user to enter his username or pick a gender. That's all for the task 1.